Hello, Paideia scholars on the Green Earth team. Mr. Chambers, the Outdoor Education Coordinator and the Staff Advisor for the Paideia Academy Green Earth team, coming here with an update video for today, September 20th, 2021. In this video, we're going to be talking about 5 things overall, just as a good introduction and overview. So we're going to be talking about our meetings, our in-person after-school meetings. We're going to give you a brief overview of our plan for the year, talk about a few of our end-in-mind goals and some of our leadership roles, and how we want to go about creating a mission statement for the Green Earth team. First, the bad news. Unfortunately, the Arizona Department of Health still will not let us meet after school yet. We're still waiting till we get all clear till we can meet in person. However, this shouldn't deter anybody from wanting to help out with the green team or being a part of what we're doing. We just have to do it in video format or through Class Dojo. So for now, we'll be using Class Dojo to send out updates, weekly updates, following the same path that I had planned out for in-person meetings. When we do finally get the okay that yes, we can start meeting in person, hopefully after fall break, I will notify everybody's parents at least 1 week in advance so that they can make arrangements for parent pickup on the days that we're meeting. Until then, I'm sorry. I really want to get the club together and meet after school, but we have to follow the protocols that the Department of Health has for us. However, I still want to persevere and follow through my plan for the year. So an overview of what we have planned as the Green Earth team is that there's a lot of components that we want to take a look at. And all these components tie into our end-in-mind goals, which I'll talk about briefly. Each month we'll have a theme. And even though we're working on this theme and studying and learning about it and doing our activities either online or in our club for this theme, we still want to focus on the other aspects all year round of recycling, compost, taking care of the garden and the chickens and so forth. But we're going to focus and really dive deeply into these certain themes. Now, before I talk about the themes, this is one of the things I want you as a scholar to think about. Of all the months we have coming up, which of these excites you the most? Which of these is something you want to be a lead investigator on? To really dive deep into understanding this. So I'm going to read off our monthly themes. Pick 1 or 2 as your top choices of the things you are most interested in learning about. In October, we're focused on trees and urban forestry, looking at all the wonderful trees we have on campus, in and around our school, and how those are helping us in our community. In November, we're going to focus on energy, whether this is renewable or non-renewable energy, hydroelectric, solar, wind power, looking at energy in various different ways. In December, we're going to talk about the weather and climate change and what's been happening by looking at the data, not only for Phoenix, but around the country and around the world over the last 50, 100 years, as long as we've been recording daily temperatures and so forth. In January, we're going to talk about water and rivers and really try to figure out where all the water we use comes from. Being in a desert, we don't have very much of it, but our water is very important to us. In February, we're focused on waste and consumption and how to reduce, reuse, recycle, or compost, how we can try to minimize the burden of our waste. In March, we're talking about our school environment and transportation, looking at how do people get to and from school and what benefits does Paideia have to help us be a healthier group of scholars. In April, we're going to be talking about sustainable food. We should hopefully be harvesting a lot of food in April from our gardens and how we can pursue food over and all. And we're also going to be having an Arbor Day celebration, the last Friday of April, where we're going to be planting trees or celebrating trees, appreciating all that trees do for us. And in May, we're going to be finalizing everything up, presenting our work in a way to help us feel proud of the legacy we're creating as the Green Earth team. All of these themes tie into our end in mind goals. And our end in mind goals for the Green Earth team is that we as a team want to help Paideia Academy not earn 1, 2, but 3 awards and accreditations from nationally funded sources to show how environmentally friendly, how green oriented we are as the Green Earth team. The first award we're pursuing comes from the National Arbor Day Foundation to become a K through 12 trees campus. And that just means that we as a green team have taken time to study and examine the trees on our campus and the benefit they have for us. We're planning on planting more trees and adding to our dense canopy and really looking at that. So this award is fairly easy to do with our October theme of trees, and something we'll come back to time and time again. And then we want to have a good Arbor Day celebration last Friday of April to celebrate our trees. Our goal number 2, Project Learning Tree, Green Schools. This requires a Green Earth team to come up with a mission statement, which we're working on, and to conduct 5 investigations throughout the year, looking at our energy, our water, our waste and consumption, our school environment and transportation, and our trees and plants and the biodiversity that we have on campus. So those 5 things are tied into themes that we're already working on throughout the year. The last one we're looking at is to become a green flag school from the National Wildlife Foundation. I shared a picture of this a few weeks ago of 10 different lessons they can do. To become a green flag school, we only need to do 3 of their investigations, and their investigations tie in very well with the Project Learning Tree investigations, which tie into the themes that we have for this year. Energy consumption, water, paying attention to the world around us, and opening our eyes through a scientific inquiry to figure out how we can be more sustainable as a school. So those are our 3 goals: to be accredited by all 3 organizations. And through a Green Earth team and through the activities I have planned for us, we can easily accomplish that. However, I can't do it all on my own. And that's where the Green Earth team really shines in this moment, is that each and every Paideia scholar is also a leader. And in our Green Earth team, we have leadership roles. And for our leadership roles, we're going to be doing work crews, where either before school, 7:30 to 8, during your recess, so if all the 3rd graders who are in the Green Earth team want to work together on one of these projects, we can do this during their recess. Or during lunch, where a wider group of us, the whole group, is out at a select time, and we can all help to work on this. And so day by day, we want to focus on small tasks in and around the school to help us achieve being a Green Earth school. On Monday, I want my gardeners. I want friends to help me come and inspect the garden, make sure that all of our plants are looking healthy, to ask questions if anything isn't, to figure out when we can harvest our fruits and vegetables that we're growing in our garden, and taking a look at that. On Tuesday, we have our investigators, the people who are going out and seeing how much energy we're using, how much water we're using, how much waste we're creating, and conducting scientific explorations into that. On Wednesday, it's recycling day. We're going to be taking all the recycling cans from the classrooms, and we're going to be sorting that out. Because before we send it to a recycling plant to be recycled, maybe there's some useful bottles or cans that we can reuse towards making more gardening space inside, or collecting that for other reusable purposes. On Thursday, I need some help with video production. As great and as much fun as I have making videos, I think there's true power in scholars teaching scholars. And we can't go to every class to teach what we're learning in Green Earth Team, but we can certainly make videos. And so a video production crew that meets on Thursdays would be fantastic, so that we take that knowledge we're learning and we can make a video for Paideia scholars to learn what's happening on their campus. On Friday, my compost crew. All of our compost right now is self-contained and so forth, but we've been throwing in a lot of big chunks of trees and whatnot, and they're just not breaking down. So we need some help really digging in and cutting down the finer things, measuring how much compost we're putting in at our school. Okay? And as I said, these leadership roles are either before school, at recess, or during lunch. And depending on what team you're on, we can work together to figure out a perfect schedule that works for us. So what I'd like you to do, on top of thinking about which one of those themes sounded really good for you, is I want you to take a look at these jobs. Which of these jobs or work crews seems really up your alley? What would you like to do best here in our Green Earth Team? How do you think you can help and contribute to our overall success? And the last thing I need you to do, well, we still can't meet in person, is think about our mission statement. What is the driving force behind the Paideia Academy Green Earth Team? And I want some suggestions over the next week of things to include in our mission statement for the Green Earth Team. Who are we as the Paideia Academy Green Earth Team? What kind of things are we working? Why did we decide to be on this team, or why are we together? Why is there a need for a Green Earth Team? What goals do we hope to accomplish, and how do we hope to accomplish those goals? What's our end in mind? So I need your help to look over and think and reflect. What are good things that we can add together in a mission statement that tells not only us, but everybody at Paideia and the South Mountain community in Arizona, why we have a Green Earth Team? So what I need your help in over the next week before the next video comes out for Green Earth Team is A. I want you to submit your top choices for leadership roles. Are you really interested in video production and gardening? Are you really interested in waste and consumption and making sure that we're recycling and composting? Which of those leadership roles really speaks to you as a scholar? 2. Which of the themed months or investigations are you most excited about in our yearly plan? Think about what's coming up in the future and what questions you might have about energy or about water. Thinking about those questions and which of those has you excited. And third and finally, I'd like your help in coming up with some ideas or suggestions for thoughts or phrases that we could include in the Paideia Academy Green Earth Team mission statement. Because as a team, it should be a team effort to compose our mission statement, to think about our leadership roles, and to plan ahead for the future for our end in mind goals. So thank you for joining me in this video. I know it went a little long. I'm just trying to give as much information as I can while we can't meet in person. So thank you for joining me in this. Remember, we talked about our meetings. Unfortunately, no meetings until the Department of Health says we can. We gave you an overview of the year, our end in mind goals, our leadership roles, and thoughts about our mission statement. So thank you so much for your time in watching this and taking some time to think about your role on the Green Earth team and how we can help each other all to be successful, and how we can help Paideia be successful by earning those 3 accreditations. So I'll talk to you next week. Thank you. I'm sorry we can't meet in person, but hopefully this helps.
Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This has been brought to you by Paideia Academy and the Take It Outside initiative and the Paideia Whole Person Sanctuary, presenting the edible ecosystem. Our mission is to naturally nourish the body, mind, heart, and spirit through growth, curiosity, connection, and discovery in the Paideia community. If you would like to help Paideia Academy's Take It Outside, you can visit paideiaacademy.com/donate to help contribute to keep the edible ecosystem, the whole person sanctuary, and all Paideia scholars going outside with their academics.